Well, what are the best parts? A couple of seconds at the end with the actual Spider Woman or Spider Women. And I would forewarn people, this is no spoiler review. However, yeah, the actual Spider Women appear for about a minute and a half. So the trailer promising Madam Web and Spider Woman, no, that doesn't happen. In fact, we don't really get Madam Web. We just have Dakota Johnson walking around saying some good bad jokes for about 2 hours. It feels more like a real life documentary with a kind of sci fi horror angle. And even if that's the case, it was pretty damn boring. So, what is the story? Well, basically, Madam Web's mother went into the Amazon, got spider powers, kind of, so she can see things. And one of the things she sees is bad, dark Spider Man. But dark, bad Spider Man sees her, so she's tasked with saving some girls who may or may not be Spider Women, but if you stay to the end, they are Spider Women. Now, I don't think that's a spoiler, even in this no spoiler review, because there is no tension in this movie at all. The dark spider guy, yeah, he bounces around, he seems menacing. The costume is really good, and people are saying this is the worst acting by that male actor, who I'll be nice to, I don't remember his name. And I think he's hoping nobody remembers him. He is so non-existent. You can be kind of this horror villain character like Michael Myers and have very little personality, but you have a presence. This guy just is a good costume walking around. There is really nothing particularly menacing or even interesting about him. He is just functionally there to provide a threat. He has some spider future powers too, so oh no, he's got to get into action. But even if you think about it for 2 seconds, wait a minute, if you can tell the future, why did this happen? It doesn't matter. So, yeah, this is kind of a messy, silly film. They're clearly just doing this for a tax break or tax shelter. I would not be surprised if the Scientology people are involved in this scam. It is just so transparently like just a fraud. They're just doing the bare minimum to be a film, to put it out there. I presume to keep the IP of Madam Web and all these characters, because there is no other reason. There is no one with a brain that would think this is going to make a lot of money, or the fans wanted this. This is not accurate to the comics. And again, the people there just seem bored. Like, the line reading and the acting is barely passable, but I'd be fair to them. It seems like they just reshot this thing so many times, because there are many places that you can tell they did not have time to rehearse. There's this one scene which is hilarious where Dakota Johnson is near a fire. She's not in danger, but she jumps back. They just didn't have the time to plan out these scenes. There's nothing interesting about the cinematography. The CGI is very, very weak. I mean, the spider guy just bounces around a couple times. There's nothing particularly interesting about the camera angles or the acting, the plotting. It's all been done before. It is just cut and paste. They took little aspects of Final Destination. They added here and there a twist of Friday the 13th because they go to camping. Why are they going camping? I don't know. So it is just a jumbled, idiotic piece of garbage. So is there anything good to say about it? Oh, well, some of the costumes were really well done, and they don't appear very long, but that's well done. Some of the jokes are funny, but they're kind of making fun of the whole thing. They're just saying, oh yeah, you just stay here. It's like a horror movie. Oh, we could get killed. So everyone is kind of in on the joke that the movie is just really, really dumb. And so maybe it's just fun dumb. Yeah, you'll be laughing at the film for a lot. I mean, you will find it hilarious. So I did enjoy the film a lot. I can't deny that. But as a film onto itself, like what they're trying to do, set up an origin story, it's just not interesting. It is just so far from the Spider-Man mythology. It is really weak. And frankly, when they try to make it accurate to the comics, it is laughably stupid. So there is almost no point in seeing this. It doesn't really tie up to anything. It doesn't give us a grand vision of the Spider-Man mythology. And the characters themselves are just so weak. There are hints of something interesting with Ben Parker and Mary Parker in the background. That is about it. So there are hints of a good story here and there, but the story we're getting is like, oh, Dakota has powers. These girls are following her. Bad spider guy is in the background. That's about it. But they spend a lot of time building up the characters, but we're not going anywhere. So, yeah, I gave it a 3 out of 10 in my raw reaction. I think I'm being too nice. This really is that legit 2.5 out of 10. There seems almost nothing really good about this, except the cinematography at least was not good, but the camera was stable, and, you know, they had expensive cameras, so it looks good in a few places. That's about it. So some nice costumes here and there, and some nice location shots of New York. That is about it for Madam Web.